If you're a child or a member of my family, turn this off. Just turn it off. Welcome back to another exciting episode. I know you love it here. I know you want to come here every day, but sometimes you can't because I'm away. But what you can do is go downstairs and click like. Just do it right now. But yeah, today we getting into a little bit of a male topic conversation. Maybe get a little uncomfortable. So if you're a female who's not interested in this type of shit, go ahead and close your ears. Or just leave the room or something, But it's something that's been coming up, in my mind and in my life, which is sexual frustration. All those Asians, the sexual frustration nation, that's where we live at, and it's full of guys who are on that masturbation. And we got all kinds of pornographies, and we got all kinds of places and outlets we can go to see pretty much anything you want to see. You know what I mean? You want to see some like hand jobs, you want to see some POV butt splits, you want to see some high thigh high confidentials, I don't know, whatever the fuck they got out there, lots of different things, you know what I mean? Like crack whore spits out tooth onto cock, like, weird shit. I told you, ladies, get out of here. If you don't like this shit, get out. If you don't want to hear some dirty, like, toilet talk, but that's what men think about. Men are pretty, like, dirty in general, but there's reasons for that. A lot of it is frustration. We can't get everything out that we want to get out, so but a lot of times you got to try to keep things in. You can't just be busting every nut that's in your body. You know what I mean? As soon as it comes up, you ain't even going to let that nut. You got to let it mature a little bit. Because if you're like me, you've done fucking had some masturbation marathons and nutted like 4 times in a day with no woman, by the way. And just like skeet it out. Now, of course I've been with a woman, right? I've been with a woman. And I have had those, like, 4 or 5 ski marathons and skied it out. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about men being basically celibate and handling their own business, abusing their own body with their hand. You know what I mean? With the palm of their hand and with that monkey grip. It's kind of like the left side versus the right side hemispheres of your brain. It's like one of the hemispheres of your brain is sexually molesting the other hemisphere of your brain. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can't even trust that dirty side of yourself to not abuse yourself, how can you trust yourself out there in the world to not abuse other people? I don't know. I take it that far with myself, but I've decided I just wanted to go ahead and let it build up in me, and I've done the research, I've read the literature, and there's these 2 places in your body that build up and hold that skeet, hold them loads for you, and once they get full, they don't expand more. They're not like balloons. They're like, they're like set sacks, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a money bag. You can only put so much money in it, you know what I mean? But then you start to recycle your semen. It just recycles back into your body. So, like, but if you do hold off 4 or 5 days, you'll find you get a full sack, and then you won't have none of them sad nuts where you just like nut, and it's just like, it's like a fucking, like a misfire, dude. It's like a cry. It's kind of like a ghost just moving out of you, like real, like woo, real slow and shit. Because you really don't build up any kind of like a army. You gotta literally let an army build up, because you could have like a whole bunch of semen. You could bust a nut and have a whole bunch of semen come out and no sperms in there, and then what happens? It's just like this clear liquid. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. I hear that women have that too, and that's that clear liquid. They have that, and that's what happens when they squirt. But I also think that squirting's a lie, and that they're just pissing on your body, like just raincoating you, just hitting you with that full-fledged fountain effect, that Super Soaker Deluxe, baby. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, celibacy, not jerking off, definitely stopping that. And I found it's interesting too, because when I stop jerking off for a while, I start doing other things, funner things, like going out and doing stuff, taking walks, like walks in the park, you know what I mean? Like literally like a commercial for tampons or something. That's what I do. Go out, play tennis, swim, jump across rocks on the creek. All the stuff they do in the tampon commercials, I do. Once I like don't bust a nut, and I don't smoke as much either. So if I'm busting a lot of nuts, I'm just sitting there like. So it's like I'm basically having an after sex smoke all the time. That's not good. That's not good at all. What also isn't good is all the fucking weird shit that comes up when you start searching in the porn thing. It's like if you don't take what's on the first couple pages, you're gonna be finding some crazy shit, man, and stuff that you don't want to see. Like testicles getting stomped on, fucking, you know what I mean, incestuous stuff, like, and it's always like, what is it, man? How is that like a highly searched thing? Like, I don't know, man, but Japanese people love it. They love incest. And then you start getting to this point where you're seeing things that you can't unsee and you don't want to see anymore. So you click it, and then like you just like get barraged, and you kind of forget to whack off, and it's like you've got all these movies now in your head that you've kind of like seen, and it's like pushing out details of other movies that you watched. You know what I mean? And you're just like, man. So I was watching Lost the other day, and Claire got bukkakied. Oh, wait, did she? No, that was something else. Huh. What was I going to say about Claire? I don't know. Dang. Why is bukkake there? Man, I'm trying to talk about Claire, and all I can remember is bukkake. Damn. That's called memory replacement displacement theory. And it actually works in real life if you use it right to fix yourself, but you can do a lot of damage. You're just staring, looking at all these different porn stars. How many women's vaginas have you seen? How many women's vaginas do you know? There's like buttholes you've seen. Nobody wants to, even in the sexiest situations, I don't want to see a butthole, really. It's not like, it's not beautiful. Hold on. You hear that? That's the air conditioning unit for my air conditioned unit, which I pay a lot of money for. So I want to be here all the time. And since I want to be here all the time, I don't, because I don't want to be wasting my money. So it's like, I want to be enjoying the place that I pay for. But the price is, you gotta have people over and shit. And maybe you don't want to. Maybe you just want to walk around in the nude, which is not a good idea either. If you're trying not to masturbate, you probably want to avoid walking around in the nude, because like your junk, it's gonna hit things and it's gonna remind you of like doing the nasty. You don't want that. So yeah, don't jerk off anymore for a while. Let that gang build up. Let it get like Gangs of New York in your testicles. And next time when you skeet out, that shit'll be like, thick, a hard, thick shot. And and I want you to send in and let me know. Give it a couple weeks. Don't bust a nut, and then bust a nut. Measure the distance and all that, and let me know. Get a color. But yeah, let me know how that works out for you, and just see if your energy levels don't build up from not busting a nut for a while. And with that, I'm gonna let you go, because I gotta go handle something real quick.